Interesting reading in my Daily Stoic today, and it's about accepting what is. And the line that I love is, something happened that we wish had not. Which of these is easiest to change? Our opinion or the event that is past? It's not what happens to us, it's what we do with what happens to us. So I want to talk about that after the intro. Welcome to my journey of self-discovery, life balance, career success, and business creation. This podcast works to answer the question of how successful professionals like us stop drifting and get focused on keeping our careers and businesses growing rapidly while having a full, balanced, and vibrant life that we absolutely love. What we call the Third Power Life. And this is the Third Power Life Podcast. We've all had things that happen that we wish hadn't. I had probably 3 or 4 of those today. But sometimes they're small things. Sometimes they're huge things. I talk about how 2001, 2002, I had a divorce, laid off from my job, and a parent die in basically a 3.5 month period, right? I really, 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 really wish that hadn't happened. But I also know that those things happened and it has helped shape who I am now. And in a way, I'm grateful for them. Because it's led me to what I'm doing now. I mean, us talking here now wouldn't happen had I not had those tragedies in my life. It just wouldn't have. I needed those lessons, those painful things to learn what I teach and all of that. But it's really the Stoic philosophy is about not only accepting what happens, but actually being thankful for it, right? And that's really challenging to do in the moment. And I completely get that. I mean, like I said, I had several instances on a very small scale happen today. And, I'm just like, oh, why is this happening to me, right? Have a little pity party. And I realized that it's not what happens, it's how we react to what happens. And I don't know that I've gotten to the point completely of appreciating it and being thankful for when things happen yet in like the immediate. But I can look back at, like I said, that the triple tragedy, right? The thing that happened, I look at it now with thankfulness. And I don't know if I'd go so far as to say I'm glad that it happened, but I'm glad of the outcomes that have come because of that happening to me and the lives that I'm able to touch because of the lessons that I learned. Here's what happens when your life is out of balance. I've paid that price. I don't want to pay it again, right? And more importantly, I don't want you to pay it. I want you to learn from my mistakes. You've got plenty of your own mistakes to make. You don't need to make that one. It's a tough one. It's painful. So I am now looking back on it. I can be really thankful that I went through those hard times. And there are other things that I can look back on that were, at the time, were devastating. But now I look at it and go, okay, there was a reason that happened. I needed that experience, right? When I was going through my challenging times, I always used to say that, everything happens to us for a reason. And it's our job to figure out what that reason is and what is the lesson that we need to learn from the difficulties that we're having. So that's kind of that same idea is I'm thankful now when things happen, or at least I try to be, right? Let's be real. I try to be thankful when things happen now that I don't want, because there's a lesson there and it's something that I need to learn, right? And we never stop learning. So, I would love to tell you all you have to do is listen to my podcast, take my courses, take my coaching, and you will never have a problem again. It's not reality. That would be lying, right? Now, I can help you not make the mistakes I made, and I can help you avoid some of the major pitfalls. It's that lighthouse, right? But there are plenty of others out there, and it's our mission, our responsibility. There's the word I'm looking for. It's our responsibility to take ownership of what happens to us and figure out what is the lesson that we need to learn, and be thankful that we're still around to learn the lesson. So that's my message for tonight. And take the things that happen to us, learn the lessons, and live our life to the third power. Till tomorrow, my friends. I'm glad you enjoyed this podcast. Please let us know what impacted you in today's episode. You can join our Discord or Facebook community to connect with like-minded people that want a real third power life. You can go to thirdpowerlife.com or look in the show notes for links. And remember, hit that like, subscribe, and rate button for the Third Power Life podcast. Until next time.